I got situation.
What's going on, Chief?
So I got back in contact with my really good ex-girlfriend.
Nice.
And she doesn't wanna be friends anymore. But we've been there for each other in the hard times.
Right.
And like it's not a trauma bond. We've been there in each other's lowest times of our lives. And I feel it's disrespectful for giving up of friendship. You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, so she doesn't want to get back into any kind of relationship?
No, a friendship.
Oh, she doesn't want to get back into a friendship.
Yeah.
Because y'all started off as friends, then y'all got into a relationship and it didn't work out. And now you want to go back friends, but she doesn't want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is your question what to do in this situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I wait on for to eventually see if a friendship can
Okay.
back?
Yeah, I would don't try to force it, man. Just give her space. She may change her mind in the future, but I wouldn't wait on that or bet on that, okay? So I would treat it like this. I would move on with your life, but be open to reconnecting and forming some sort of friendship with her in the future if she's open to it. Okay?
It's hard because it was the reason I did not commit suicide.
Right.
And like that emotional bond.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I hear you. So it was a very important connection for you. I got it. She saved you in a sense. That made sense to me.
Yeah,
But
and I do want to date her again, but
mm,
he has a boyfriend.
mm, okay, so she's in a whole nother relationship now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean you have no other choice in this situation, Chief, because you can't force her to be friends with you, right?
I know, I
But
know, I know.
but she may be more open to it if you respect her decision right now. You understand?
It's harder, man. I mean, dude, I've been listening to you for a long time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember me.
Sure. You talked to me about this exact same situation a while back. I remember you.
Yes.
Right. I remember you. But yeah, it's like you have to work towards making your life bigger. I know that's challenging, right? But there's always more people like this woman, meaning people who you can have good connections with. I'm not saying you'll find another version of her. What I'm saying is you'll find other people who can, you can develop friendships
I
with.
honestly don't want any other woman.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I'm speaking more towards friendships, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's other people who you can be friends with because when she saved you, it was when she was just your friend, right?
Correct.
Right. So you want to have more friends like that who care for you.
Yeah, and I do.
Okay. Okay. I got you. But you can't force this one, brother. That's just
I
gonna
know.
that's gonna lead you to despair if you look at her from the perspective of like she's the only woman you want, the only woman you can ever be with, and if you can't have her, you don't want anyone, right?
I know that mindset, and I know you're.
Right.
I know that you talk to countless men and women about this topic.
Right. you just want to be open to the possibility of meeting other people. Okay? That's
Yeah.
all you need right now is just
Yeah.
the openness to the possibility. That's a seed of
Yeah.
hope, right? And oftentimes, bro, life will surprise you if you stay open to it. Okay?
Yeah, dude. Dude, you need to make some gym content.
Some gym content. You told me that last time, I think. I might do it. I have my backup page, bro. It's called Marquette underscore secret. I might post some stuff up there. I won't post it on this page, but I might
Oh,
post it on that backup page because I got banned on live a few times. So to avoid
uh,
doing that, I might post on the backup page. But I appreciate the recommendation, brother. But keep me posted with how things go with you, all right?
yeah, dude.
All right, dude. You take care. All right. Is this Cece? Cece, are you there? Because you're muted.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on. Yes, I can.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm going through some hard time right now.
I can hear you, but I hear
Um,
myself when I talk to you, and I'm very
I
delayed. I'm
am.
like 5 seconds delayed when I talk to you.
Oh, sorry, because I'm in the car.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try back again.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm in the car, so that's why.
No worries. Just call back in.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Dope chick. What's going on?
Hello.
Hi.
I have a quick question. I'm currently dating somebody that is in the military. He has about 3 years left to go.
Okay.
I'm having trouble, I guess, trying to determine if we're on the right pace because he is a person that believes in all actions, less words. And he's not really emotional as far as like he's not going to pour his heart out to you.
Okay.
So I think I'm having trouble trying to determine if we're on the right track because I'm trying to pay attention to actions, and that's kind of like all I have to go off of.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to get tips on things I can kind of look for or determine to see if we're
When you say right track, what do you mean?
like if we're still progressing, into maybe making it official one day.
Okay. How long have y'all been dating?
Since January, the beginning of January.
In January. Okay. All right.
And I know he told me like he likes to take his time because he said ultimately this person will have to be around his kids. In every other relationship he's had, everybody's cheated because again he's in the military. So
When he says every other relationship, how many relationships are we talking?
I've only 3.
He's been cheated on 3 times.
Yeah, every time he's gone on deployment.
How old is he?
36.
Okay. When he went on deployment, you know how long he went on deployment for?
I think it was like 8 months. The last time he went on deployment, he was married, and his wife back then cheated.
Oof. That's rough. And even if this does work, you have your work cut out for you.
Oh gosh.
Someone got someone getting cheated on every relationship. Imagine yourself. Let's just imagine you got cheated on every relationship you were in. How would you view this current potential relationship? What change would have, been accomplished into you if you went through that experience?
I mean, I would be guarded.
Right. Very much so, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would need a lot of evidence, and even if you did get a lot of evidence that the person was faithful, you probably still wouldn't believe it. So, work will be cut out for you if this does work. How did y'all meet?
On Hinge.
On Hinge. Is he long distance with you?
Nope, he lives about 15 minutes away.
Okay, and he has 3 more years in the military?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we see each other about 2 to 3 times a week. Usually every other week that he doesn't have his 3-year-old,
So you see each other every other week, but 2 or 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. He's 36. How old are you?
40.
Okay. No kids?
He has 4 kids. I have 2 kids.
He has 4? How many mothers?
3. The 3 from...
Jesus. And he was
They're
married.
also in the military.
And he was married. Oh, that was the first mistake. That was first. Okay. If all the women were in the military, him being cheated on 3 times now makes more sense. And he was only married once.
Yep. I was also married once as well, so.
Okay. Since you've been dating him, as of late, has there been any kind of progression? Like, did y'all go from seeing each other once a week to it progressing to 2 or 3 times a week?
Yeah, I can say.
Okay. When did that progression occur?
Probably at the end of January, early February, because he was traveling a lot in January when we first met for work.
Okay. All right. Nurses, military women, stay away. Got that. I mean, it's possible. What I'm getting from this is he probably has I would say he's likely, I can't say this with any kind of certainty. It's just there are certain clues here. Definitely a lover boy, aka likely anxiously attached. And he is not vetting the women that he's dealing with. And he's moving very indiscriminately. Like, he's not, he doesn't seem like he has great judgment.
It's funny you said that. He said those exact things of how he used to operate, yeah.
Okay. What has he learned from those past experiences? Has he told you that?
Yeah, he said he's learned to really pay attention to what people say and the actions. I think the 3 people I think were long distance. So he said, you really never know a person long distance until you're with them.
Right.
And so he said he has learned how to take his time and really get to know the person.
Okay. All right. That's good. How long ago was his last relationship?
2.5, 3 years ago.
Okay. It's possible. This could work. When people make mistakes in the past, what you want to discern is like how they integrated the experience. In other words, like, what did they learn from the experience? Mm-hmm. Okay. He seems to have learned his lesson. That doesn't mean that he still doesn't have a little bit of that orientation within to kind of overinvest a bit, but at least he seems to have learned from his past experiences. If you were in this situation and you asked him about what he learned from his past, and his lesson was, this type of woman ain't shit, right? Like, he kind of externalized the problem. You want people to have identified a flaw within themselves that led to the outcome, even if they were done dirty. So even a woman who dated a narcissist, as they like to say, what caused you to connect with a narcissist? I would more so entertain a woman who says she dated a narcissist, but then she has the awareness to know that I didn't have boundaries in that connection, right? And that's why we even connected in the first place. So while he did all the bad things, I allowed it because I didn't have boundaries in the connection. I would be more open to a woman like that than a woman being like, he was a fucking narcissist, piece of shit. Like, that's,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's saying the right thing there. So I imagine in your experience of him so far, he's not, was that your work? Was that Slack?
Yes.
Those Slack notifications?
Slack.
Well, I just got triggered. From that Slack noise. Okay. But he's not being vocal about like how he feels about you.
Sometimes he'll say like, I miss you, but I mean, that's about the gist of it.
Okay.
If I say how I feel, he'll be like, oh yeah, tell me more. And then he'll say like, I enjoy your company as well.
Okay. So he's trying. He might be this might be some of the guardedness that we were talking about. He may perceive this as moving slow. Time will tell.
Yeah, he said in the past people have complained that he's nonchalant or that he doesn't say how he feels a lot. So he says he's working on it, but I think for me, I'm like, well, do you like me? Like, are we still, you know?
Right. Yeah, and with that, I was like, how are you working on it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like when people say they're working on things, it's like, what does that look like? When you say you're working on it, what does that look like? Because to work on it would be to do that more, right? Just
correct.
words,
Because his thing is time. He's always like, I give you my time. For him, time is precious. So I
right?
guess that's supposed to, mean something, you know.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I would still stick with this and see if things
Okay.
progress naturally. There's nothing so far that you told me that is super concerning. I mean, obviously, the three children with three different women. I mean, that's concerning. It's a red flag, but that red flag now has context, and his response to that situation suggests that it's not a mistake that he will continue making.
Yeah,
So,
I'll say this. Don't gonna
right?
fall over. The kids were not supposed to be here, but I think the other parent kept the kids, if you're getting my gist,
Okay,
and then told him, hey, here's your kid. So yeah.
okay. I mean, that's fine, but they still got pregnant in the first place, right?
Correct.
So that's the core mistake, not the fact that the kid actually manifested into reality,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
So yeah, you're at a phase where it's like time will tell. If you told me that like another 3 months passed, there's been no progression, another 2 or 3 months passed, there's no progression, that's when I would be like, all right, what's going on here? Are you like afraid of commitment? I would gracefully bow out if that's the situation. But over these 3 months, he's progressed to like seeing you more, right? So there has been some degree of progression. But the next progression would be like exclusivity or full blown relationship. That doesn't happen within like the next 30 to 60 days. Then it's probably a problem on our hands. Okay?
Okay. I
All right.
appreciate it.
No
Thank you.
problem,
Thank you.
love. Keep me posted, okay?
All right, we'll do.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Lamb chop.
Hi.
What's going on?
So honestly, I stayed on to give you compliments.
Hmm.
I stayed on because you give both perspectives. I think that you listen on both ends, whether it be a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that everybody complicates things, and then when there are children involved, I like the way you evaluate. Like you sit back, I could see you thinking
Mm-hmm.
about how to word things when there are children involved. And I really just stayed on to give you compliments, really. I've watched your lives, I've watched your videos, and I like it. Me personally, I've been single 8 years. You want to hear my drama? I've been single 8 years, and really, I've done the little dating sites. They're not on my phone. There's no locks on my phone. There's nothing I can hide from you. And if I feel something vibing, I'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is I watch how you move,
Right.
and that will allow me to know my next step. So it's easy. I think men are logical, women are emotional, and we gotta separate that. But the reality is as far as the last lady, military is a hard life to live.
Mm-hmm.
Military man, they can be called on. Same thing as a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Like nurse medical field, your lady can get called at 2 in the morning and she gotta get up and go. Military men, they get called on, they gotta go. Like it's what we signed up for. It's the like that's the life we live. So I appreciate that you give an honest outside point of view, and I really like that you're not biased as far as like man or woman or I really like the advice that you give people and you listen, and then because that's how we educate ourselves, that's how we grow. And I really just stayed on to give you compliments, really.
Well, I appreciate it, love. Compliments are always appreciated.
May I ask, are you married?
No, I've been single for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. I've been 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have children?
Mm-hmm. You have a son, 9-year-old boy.
I have a 25-year-old son.
Mm.
And he actually is very successful.
Oh, nice.
But it carries on what you teach your children, how you carry your relationships, introducing your kids to new people. Like, you really gotta slow down and let nature take its course sometimes.
Right.
Like you told her, just slow down. Is you have expectations of, okay, it's been 3 months, we should be at this point. It's been 6 months, we should be at this point. So I really think that it's just a matter of like letting it flow and Godspeed and protect us all. And as long as your partner respects your children, first of all, as well as the mother or father of your child, like I would never disrupt anything involving my son.
Right.
Like my son's mother, or my son's, I said that wrong. My son's father is remarried,
Mm-hmm.
and he has siblings. They meet up. They have their own relationship. That does not involve me. My son is 25.
Right.
So I really respect the way you give both perspectives.
Absolutely.
You're
Love.
not biased to one or the other, and once you find your peace and allow people to just be, it's for the children. We want to educate our children. We want the best for our children. There's no interference.
Absolutely, love. I appreciate you
like
because
I
the
like
mods
that
are
advice.
the mods are about to put the countdown on you, so I got to keep it moving. But I appreciate it.
All right.
Definitely keep
Yes,
watching.
sir.
Hopefully your
Until
son
next time.
follows as well.
Until next time.
All right, love.
Until next time.
All right, you
I'll
take
stay
care.
watching.
Cool. All right, who we got next? Declan Ralph.
Hi, man.
What's going on?
I need some advice if you don't mind, because I'm going through something and it is quite tough.
Okay.
I was with a woman called Nicole, if you don't mind me giving names. We were talking, we were absolutely fine. We went out Valentine's Day, cinema, and all sorts. And we were talking, and on the Friday last week, she sent me a message saying she needed to work on herself in time to heal, because she has a problem with other relationships where she is an avoidant. Because all she's had is chaos, she isn't used to calm, and it scares her.
Right.
But I have recently just found out through a mutual friend that she is talking to another lad, but her family, who I still talk to, funny enough, who've been keeping in contact with me, said they know that it's nothing I've done, because if it was, they wouldn't be talking to us. She just has ups and downs, and when people give her that much crap, her way to deal with it is just create distance and silence.
Right. Okay. So what question do you have about this situation?
What should I do? Because, yes, she is talking to another lad, but like Harney said, there's no name, there's no nothing. She's just talking to him because my friend's sister has recently got kicked out with dads for starting trouble. So she has been helping through that. So I think she's only talking to that lad because it's through her sister, not because she wanted to. It was more through her sister type thing.
Okay. You gotta move on, brother. You just gotta move on.
So should I just wait and see what happens? Because Nicole, like you said, I've done that wrong and it might be her or what?
Nope. She doesn't have the capacity to be with anybody romantically in a serious fashion, right? Like you said, that she's avoidantly attached. She has a predictable way of dealing with romantic connections, and nothing that you have stated suggests that it's something she's working on. So you will need to move on, brother. Like that's really the only thing to do in this situation. You don't want to wait for someone because then you set yourself up to get your heart broke, right? Like you could wait for her, and what often would happen is she just finds herself in another relationship, and now you feel like she's done you wrong because you waited on her, right? Don't do that.
But even her auntie said she's not herself. She's talking to this person, but she is literally not even opening up. And like you said, if her auntie talks to me and mentions me because she's asking how I am, she goes completely out. She goes out where her auntie said it is bothering her. So do I just wait and see what happens and
No,
give herself or what?
no, that doesn't change. Everything I just said, I stand by it.
Alright, man. It's just I don't know what to do because it hurts like hell and I want to go out, but because I'm not well at the minute and my body keeps going like head and dizzy, I can't even go around my families because it's dangerous and I don't know what to do. I'm keeping myself busy doing what I can, but I don't know what else to do because the family still talk to me because I've done that wrong, and they've said that.
Yeah, I would stop talking to her family because that's like you trying to stay connected to her. I would focus on your health. If you're having health issues right now, focus on your health. Sooner you cut this off fully, the sooner you get over it and you can move on with your life, right?
Her family really talk to me because I'm friends with them. They don't really talk to me about Nicole. They just talk to me about how I am and how my appointments are going, so they know.
I got you, but that's not helping you in this situation, right? Because you're still connecting them to her. If you can stop yourself from connecting the family to the woman, then sure, keep talking to them. But I doubt that that's going to happen. You're going to
The only reason
continue.
why I talk to the family is because I'm good friends with them. It wasn't because of Nicole. It's because I'm friends with them and they help me and I help them.
Okay. Well, if you can talk to them without talking about her, if you can talk to them without thinking about her, then feel free to keep the connection, brother. But the core of your problem is your health issues. You got to focus on that. Focus getting yourself back right so that you can put yourself in a position where your life becomes expansive. Right now, due to your health issues, your life is contracting, right? So your life is getting smaller. You're not meeting new people, you're not meeting new women, and that causes you to hyperfixate on the women who you already know. Nicole being one of them. So because she's the only potential romantic connection you know of, you've amplified her importance in your life to the point where you'll make excuse after excuse to keep her in your life, right? That's what's happening here. I don't know if that really landed, but that's what's happening here. So the core of your problem is your health issues. You get your health in order, focus on getting your health in order so that you can make the switch from your life contracting to your life expanding, and then this problem will naturally solve itself, okay?
So just keep talking to friends, talking to mutual family, seeing me family when I can if they're not busy, and just see what happens, go from there. Don't.
Yeah, focus on your health and leave Nicole alone. That's what I would do, okay?
Yeah, because I don't really talk to her. The family just check on me because obviously we are quite good friends. We always have been, so the family talk to me.
All right, brother. But I got to keep it moving, though, all right? But best of luck to you.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. All right. Nick Jeezy.
Hey, my man. How you doing today?
Doing all right, bro. How about yourself?
All right. So quick snippet. Of course, my phone wants to ring. A quick snippet of
Was that a Transformers?
You already know, dog.
There we
Come
go.
on, boy. More than meets the eye.
There we go. What's going on?
Sorry. So I'm gonna give you the quick rundown. So it's not my. It's related relation to it. But so, quick thing, I'm not cool with my mom, right? I'm not. She's done some things in my life where she has not brought peace. She's very just disrespectful. I've tried many times with, and no, it's not about my mom, but it's in relation to it. Trust me.
Okay.
So I'm just really not close to my mom at all. Where I don't even want her to come to my own wedding if I ever get married or crap. I'm not close to her. Simple like that, right?
Okay.
So randomly, I get an instant Facebook message from a girl, and I saw her on dating apps in the area nearby, and so she randomly messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I know this is random and weird, but I ran into your mom at Walmart. She told me to reach out to you and see if you want to go on a date." And I was like, and me, just as the person I am, I'm used to weird or random stuff as it is. I live for that kind of crowd as it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got to know her a little bit. I was like, well, kind of get to know you just a little bit before I say yes or no, see if worthy of my time type of thing. You know what I'm saying, man?
Mm-hmm.
So then, got to know her. We talked on the phone for the first time yesterday, and she's cool. She lives nearby. She's still new to Florida. Plot twist. She has a 13-year-old kid. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, usually I don't get girls with kids. Well, at least that older. That's my point.
Right.
Top it off, granted, my mom is very narcissistic and all that. And I was like, okay, if I do date her, and this does get serious, two things that possibly happen. One, my mom's a very big gloater. She'd be like, if it wasn't for me, blah, 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 you guys wouldn't be together.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, I asked her if she has my mom's phone number, and she's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, honey, I'm going to tell you right now, it makes me mad uncomfortable because my mom's not close to me in my life. She's done some things to really be a unpeaceful person. She's like, no, I fully understand. I understand. If you don't want to, I'm like, when they talk to her, I'm like, I can fully think you fully understand that. Blah, 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 blah. What that? So anyway, so my thing is, in that type of position, would you go ahead and give it a shot? Take her on a date, see what could be about. Even though, there's some things that we could match on. Like, I like her. Her personality does match my energy, and I like that and all that. And it's not really, like, her fault for what's going on between me and my mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it could still be anybody off the street, and she could have known my mom prior to meeting me. It could still be the same situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But would you, as a man, take that?
What is the downside of taking her out on a date?
Like I said, the downside could be, and even though she says she wouldn't go to my mom, is that possible in the back of my head that okay, my mom's involved in my life in any type of way, I don't like it, and it's like she's that pathway to that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I don't like that.
How do you know how she knows your mom? Like what their relationship is?
Well, according to her, she ran into her like 3 days ago on Sunday at Walmart, asking about hair products, and she blurted out my name to her, and then here we are.
Who blurted out your name?
Huh?
Who blurted out your name?
My mom. I'm guessing my mom blurted out my name to her, and this is all I'm assuming. But I could just put two and two together, knowing how my mom is. She must have said something to her about me, and they said, "Hey, yeah, you should reach out to him." Blah blah blah, blah, something like that. That's just what I'm assuming.
How did she reach out to you?
Facebook Messenger.
And how many kids does she have?
1. 13, and she's 30 something, 32, and I'm 32 with no kids. Some people say it's a setup. Yeah, I did say she's a Kansas City fan. I was only trying to give some fun in this. Go Bears, baby. You already know. But yeah.
I mean, a setup for what? What is your mom? Is your mom a supervillain? Like, what is her goal in this situation?
Yeah, my mom is low-key a supervillain. I'm not gonna lie to you. She'll throw me and my brother under the bus, no problem. We've witnessed it way too many times.
Like
she'll talk
in
bad
what
shit
way?
about us to my family and shit, and then it's like, oh, gotta hear from my grandparents. Oh, why you doing this? Why you doing that? Why you do that? I'm like, Grandma, we're not even doing anything. Like, she'll randomly send us a long paragraph about how bad of children we are. That should have aborted us and all that type of shit. I'm like, do you hear yourself? And then you get mad why we don't respect you?
Okay, but like the downside of you dating this woman is not that bad. You're telling me the worst your mother is going to accomplish is gossip about you.
Right? I just don't want her involved in my life in any type of way.
I get it, which is why you can block her and stuff like that. Like I get it, like that's shitty for your mother.
I already been done all that. Even my brother done that too.
Like I get it, but this seems to be a very emotionally charged, and you're not really thinking logically about the situation. That's what I'm getting at. Like this is an emotionally charged situation because you hate your mother, but objectively, from someone looking outside, this is not like she's not ruining your life in any way. You just don't like this woman, right? So there's no.
The girl I'm cool with.
I know that. I'm saying there's no tangible damage that your mother can create in this situation, but you're treating it like there's tangible damage that your mother can create, and there's not.
Well, yes, because why I think that, even though the girl may say she may block or whatever, whatnot, it's fine. It's in the back of my mind. Okay, boom, we get in one argument. Chick reach out to my mom. Now they arguing about some shit. Then my mom puts some shit in her head. Boom, boom, boom. Now there goes a fucking conflict starting off from shit that came out of nowhere. Because you know how some women be.
Right.
Sometimes. So I'm thinking farther down the road instead of the moment of the time.
Okay.
Yes,
If that is all the possibility to you, and you see that if this is going to like trouble you from an emotional place to that degree, then just dip out.
Okay, all right, so I see the emotional side. So the logical side, I want to hear from your point of view. If you don't mind elaborating.
To me, I just wouldn't care, right? Like, I would. My position is typically to say yes to life. The moment I sniffed out, though, that her and my mom had a connection, I would leave. Like the moment that happened, I would set that boundary immediately. And the moment that happened, I would dip out. Right.
Saying, God forbid, okay, so say things work out, blah, blah, blah. We start getting things going on. You have the ball rolling, and then I get a sniff of boom, hey, she's talking to her still. Hey, listen, I told you what's good. I told you what the rules is.
Yeah, I would completely dip out 100%.
Okay, so yeah,
but if you're telling me that this is going to, like, 'cause even though I pointed out this is emotional, right? That's not a shot. We all have something like that in our lives, right?
Facts.
If it's going to emotionally impact you like that, you already know it's going to happen, then I would just avoid it in general, right?
I'm only going off assumptions. I'm only assuming it could happen. Not 100% sure that could happen. Assuming it could happen.
Gotcha.
However, my brother blocked her, and every time my mom tries to reach out to my brother, she'll call his wife, and then that will create conflict between him and his wife. Not all the time, but majority of the time. And I'm like,
yeah, you got to set.
Also, in the past, when I dated my ex, my mom reached out to my ex without even saying. Just randomly reached out to her, and I'm like, Mom, why the fuck you reach out to my girl?
Yeah,
like, cool.
The real core issue here is similar to the previous caller. Y'all just have to position yourselves to meet more women, right? If you were living a lifestyle where women like were easily, you had an easy way to meet women, very easily connect with them romantically, you wouldn't even be weighing this so heavily in your head. If you really did see threat here, you would immediately stop talking to her because there could be 10 other women you could talk to and engage romantically if you wanted to. That's the core of the issue here, is that if we create scarcity in this domain of life, then we position ourselves to accept subpar options.
I mean, I was going off the thought of like, okay, preventing something from happening, or not preventing, like, hey, I know it could happen. I'm always a person, say there's about to be a situation. I say how this could go bad. Not saying will. And yeah, I get what you're saying. It sounds negative and Nancy, but it's always preparing you for something. That's how I live my life, just a little bit. Like, if I do this could go wrong in this way.
I hear you. What I'm saying is, like, if you lived a life where, like, let's say you're on a dating app and you got 10 likes a day, or you had some sort of lifestyle where you just met a lot of people, right? then you wouldn't even be thinking about this situation that much. You would have just made a decision and moved on, right? So the real problem is the scarcity when it comes from just meeting women in the first place, which makes you weigh new women that you meet so heavily because it's such a rare experience. That is the core of the issue here, right? If you like, I'm putting myself in this situation, I would literally not have this problem. Because I'll be like, oh, you know my mom? I don't like my mom. Okay, well, I'm not talking to you. Because Susie's right here. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't even be weighing it this much. You would only weigh it this much if this was more of a rare experience. Does that make sense?
This is rare. It's a very gray area.
Okay, yeah. So
like,
that's
most women are like saying that to the girl, no problem. Like I know how to handle it, but like this is a major rare occasion. I was like, how do I even fucking handle this? Like, all right. Then like someone told me, like, God forbid, hey, go ahead and date her. Shit at the, if, you know, like you said, sniffing some type of relationship with her. Hey, you ran the rulers. You gone. Sorry, cut. Yeah, so
that's what I would do in this situation. I wouldn't be.
That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do originally. Like I was like, okay, let me hear it.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it too much, right? Just make a decision. So there's a quote that I like. Is like, don't try to make the right decision, make the decision right. Okay? So just go. Look at the downside. Is the downside that bad? If it's not that bad, just fucking make a decision. You don't have to weigh every variable. And then make iterate on the fly. Right? This isn't something to spend hours thinking about and pondering. This is a very simple situation. You don't like your mom. She's potentially connected with your mom, but you don't know that for sure. So just go ahead and take her out. If you see that she's still connected, even if you set the boundary, then just dip out. There's no need to like think about this for hours, though.
You're saying, long story short, go with the flow, and I can't control what could happen. Also, on top of it, I was trying to like figure out what the right decision was. I get what you're saying. Got it.
That's it.
Go with the flow.
Go ahead and take her out, brother. That's what I would do. And then follow up with me on how things go. All right. If she like is secretly sabotaging, you wake up and your accounts are all empty and your mom is like buying new vehicles and shit, then I would stand to be corrected. But definitely follow back up with me, all right?
It's funny you say that. Anyways, my man. All right, my guy. Thank you all. And yes, I know I read all your comments up in there. I see what some of y'all are saying. Just if it's stressing me out, don't let it bother me, blah, blah, or just leave on, don't move on. And yes, some of y'all said I do want advice. And I'm hearing his advice. So yes, I'm taking his advice very well. Thank you, my man.
All right, brother. You take care, man. All right. Let's see. Cece's back.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. So, thank you for having me on your live. Actually, I want to start by saying, like, please, guys, don't judge me.
Okay.
Because my story is kind of crazy. And things happen in life, and you just don't know why they happen. So I'm going to start with that. So, basically, I was in a relationship for 12 years. Mm-hmm. Then it was extremely toxic. Then the relationship ended. So a friend of mine presented me to another guy. He lives in Europe, and I was back in Canada. So we had like a 4-year long distance relationship. Then after 4 years, I moved in France to be with him. Mm-hmm. So when I got here, it was during COVID. So we spent a few times together, and then we got married. Then the relationship was extremely difficult, like, because we didn't know each other that much before we got together. And so in the process, I got pregnant. Then the child, like, I wasn't able, like, the child was dead before I even gave birth because I was too stressed. So I decided to just travel and go on vacation. So when I went on vacation, I met someone on vacation, and that person kind of was really like very loving, and he taught me like a lot of things about myself. It was literally like a mirror of me, but a better version of me. So he was teaching me a lot of things. The only problem is he was married as well, but he was in that country for many years for work. So we kind of hit it up for about 2 months, and like literally like just seeing each other like every day, living like he was sleeping over my house, I was sleeping like over like his place, and we have like common friends. It was like a real relationship, but I was on vacation. So in that time, it was clear in my mind that it wasn't going to go far, and I knew it, and he knew it, and that's it. So when I came back, um, at first it was okay. Then with time, because we keep in touch. So we keep texting each other, but not like in a romantic way. It was just like, hi, how you doing? Just checking up on each other. So it's been like 4 years, but we're still talking. And then lately we text each other, but it was going like in a romantic way a little bit, like just kind of reminding ourselves of what we went through and all the good time we had together. Then one day I texted him like something very romantic, and then it just disappeared for 3 days, like not texting me, and it was kind of weird. So I pressured him to actually like tell me what's going on and all. So when he came, when he wrote me back, he told me that if it, like that he was he was not feeling right, like writing all this romantic thing to me, just because he thinks that he won't serve us, like both of us, on the long run. And that he's told me that because he knows that I'm a good girl. And then it just feels like it's better for both of us to just keep talking to each other, but just not reminding ourselves like what went on and all those things. So it drove me pretty crazy because I was really bounded to that person, and I have a lot of feeling for him, and it crushed me. Like literally for the past, I can say like 2 months, I've been going crazy because I just don't understand why. Because for me, it was like my safe place. And when something doesn't go well, I know I can call him and he will talk to me and everything will be okay. I got so attached because I became like dependent on him somehow. But now he's just like giving up on me like everybody else. And I just can't figure out like how to do and how to hold myself and all these things. So we talked a little bit. And then he tried to explain to me why he made that decision, because it's like the distance. It's like that kind of thing that we went on, like that we had. We cannot have that like with the distance because he's in another continent and in Europe now. And there are just too many things that make the relationship like not possible. So so I just don't know like what to do. I'm so lost in this whole situation. So I don't know if you have like any advice or anything for me. If you do, then that would help a lot. Just clear my mind and make me feel better again.
What's your question here?
My question is like I just don't know what to think about the whole situation. Like about him, why did he pull back? Why did he pull back?
Are you both still married?
And yes.
Okay. Well, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
Married, and he's a public figure, so he's kind of hold like a high position in the country where he is. So that's also an issue because he have like in public he has to have like that looks and keep those values like of marriage, and also it's hard.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So, couple problems here. You both are still married, and you live on different continents. And your question is, why did he pull back? My question is, why wouldn't he pull back? Because y'all are both married and on different continents.
Yeah. Sorry. Why wouldn't he pull back? Well, why did he came at me at first if he was to pull back later? That was the question.
Yeah, love. You got a lot of work to do if you are wanting to sustain a connection like this. You're married currently, and you are wondering why another man isn't texting you back. That's a very bad situation to be in. Okay,
Yeah.
You were using this guy to regulate. You are unhappy in your relationship, and you're using this guy to feel better, to emotionally escape, right? He probably was using you for the same, but ultimately it will not work. And he probably got tired of talking to you, frankly. So no, you shouldn't continue talking to this person at all. You shouldn't continue. You need to work on yourself, right? And fix your own life and stop looking for ways to emotionally escape it. Just make a better life. Do what you need to do to make a better life. Okay? Because if you have to deploy empathy in this situation, you know? Let's say you and him both got together, hypothetically. Let's say he moved to your country and y'all got married, both of y'all got divorced and then married each other. And then you're happy for a year, and then you find out that he's talking to another woman in Ireland. How would you feel in that situation?
Well, the thing is, I know who he is now, and I know his life, and I know that the kind of position that he's in is something that may happen. So I'm not gonna be that frustrated like about it, because I know what his life is about. So
Yeah, it didn't answer my question. I asked you a question. What was the answer to the question I just asked you?
I won't feel good about it. Seriously.
Yeah, you would feel
I
bad
won't.
about it, right? So it's probably a good idea to not do that to other people, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I wasn't doing it on purpose. Like
Doesn't matter.
it wasn't.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We judge other people by their actions and we judge ourselves by our intentions. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I were you, I would leave this alone. I would solve whatever problem caused you to be in the situation to begin with. If you don't want to be with your husband, which is clear to me, you don't want to be with your husband, then you should probably free your husband so that he can find someone who is going to be faithful to him. Okay?
Well, himself is not faithful, so like
Yeah,
there
well
was no
then
reason why.
that means that y'all shouldn't be together then. So why are we still married? Just go ahead and get divorced. You should free each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. So
Okay?
yeah.
Yeah. But when you get divorced, you need to be okay with being alone.
Yeah, I know. That's what he told me too. That in the moment that in the situation that I'm in, I don't need to be with anyone. What I need to do is to be alone. That's what he told me. So yeah,
Right. Yep, that's it.
I guess
So
I'm gonna try to do that.
sounds good. Best of luck to you,
Well,
all right?
okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Ay, ay, ay. Mr. W, what's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
So I would say that I just wanted some perspective on the situation. I'm in a long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Have been for about just over a year, and I don't know where to go. I'm gonna be completely honest. We've had a good first year. Things have been going, I would say, decently. Definitely not ideal doing long distance. And now she's about to graduate, and she's kind of been venting to me about how she's worried about the future, how she's worried about us, and this and that, and this and that.
Right.
And that's kind of planted a seed of doubt in my mind. I wouldn't lie to you. And yeah, I don't know where to go because I love the girl. We've had some good times. We've had some good memories. And I feel like we get along rather well. And I've never been the type to, jump from relationship to relationship. However, I'm just not sure where to go from here if there's a future for us.
Okay. So what's the core problem here? Repeat that to me.
I guess the core problem is the distance.
Okay.
I live in Ohio. She lives in Virginia.
Okay.
And we see each other. I would say we see each other about once every 6 weeks. We've been together for 13 months, and I've been to visit her like 10 times. So I would say I see her rather frequently for the distance, but I'm just not sure how much longer I can do this.
Gotcha.
Because when I kind of bring up the subject of us getting closer, her responses are kind of never say never. So there's not really a plan to do that. It's kind of just
leaving it all up to chance, I guess.
God,
And
okay.
that kind of drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's the signal right there. She's not. I think the only thing that makes this relationship work on her end is the distance.
Yeah.
If she's like dodging any kind of conversation around like closing the gap,
Right.
she's not perceiving this as something that really has legs. This is a matter of convenience. So yeah,
Okay. Well, I appreciate your perspective.
no problem, brother. Best of luck to you. All right. All right. The Queen, what's going on?
Hi,
Hi.
I'm in a relationship, but there something that is not happening because when he doesn't call, we don't. He doesn't call me, but when I call him, he responds very well and he talks well. But I don't know why. What is happening?
So you said that you're in a relationship, but he doesn't call you?
Yeah, but when I call, he responds well, and he talks well, but he doesn't call. He don't message me.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long have you been in this relationship?
1 year.
1 year? Is it long distance?
Yeah. First of all, he was working where I live, but later then he got another job and he went away.
Okay. Yeah, you got to end this, love. If he's not initiating any kind of like conversation with you, he's not serious. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. Queen. Hello? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Excuse me?
I'm doing good.
Good, good.
Alhamdulillah.
What can I do for you?
Just to say hi.
Okay. All right. None of that. There will be none of that. All right, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen, request up, and I'll bring you up, okay? Only if you have a question. No saying hello. All right. No, you can say hello in the chat.
Yeah, hello.
Origin, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, first of all, sorry for my bad English. I'm from Spain. But
You're good.
basically, what's going on with me, right, is that just to put you in some context, I'm a coach on a video game, right? A professional coach. And I'm like friends with a lot of streamers and shit. So basically, whenever there's somebody coming and like showing interest in me, it's just, I don't know if it's a genuine interest or if it's something like
I've set boundaries.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. It's basically that I don't know if it's like a genuine thing or not. Because I've had a lot of people in the past, I mean, a few of them, that just come for what I do, right? And I don't know where to find, like, actual people, you know, that are genuine with me.
Okay. So you say that you're
And it's...
you say you're a coach?
Yeah.
What kind of coach?
So basically, I'm a professional coach for a video game called Valorant. It's a shooter.
Okay.
It's like a video game, right?
Gotcha.
And I go to competitions and shit.
Okay. And so women who want to date you meet you through that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big problem. You got very high pre-selection. So you're essentially having the problem where you're like a micro celebrity, right? And when you are in that situation, the women actually game you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I teach guys game and stuff like that. But when your value is that high and you're a public figure, the women will pretend to be something they're not to get you, right? And a lot of times they may not even really want you. They either want what you have access to or they want to be validated by somebody of your stature. So I understand your issue. The solution would be to date women outside of that context, which is hard because you probably have um, easy access to women within that context, right? So it can be kind of seductive, but that's really the solution. It's either to date women who don't know about the coaching, or if you do date women in that context, you have to really vet them hard.
Right. Because if I'm honest with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm being a professional coach for that game, but then on my free time I'm a Muslim for example, right? So I like pray, I go to the masjid, I'm working on a business and a side hustle as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I have much free time, you know? And sometimes it's really difficult to find someone outside of that space, you know?
Right.
So I don't really know because I know that it's a shitty excuse to say I don't have enough time, right? We all have time for something, but I don't think if it's the right time for me to actually look for something, no?
Yeah, if you feel that intuitively, maybe that's the answer. When you say you're building another business, what business are you building?
So right now I'm in the talks with angel investors because I'm building a healthcare thingy. So basically it mixes AI with genetics and with the trial and error with medical prescriptions.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're very time constrained. Yeah, you can still date the women who know about the coaching stuff. It's just you just have to observe them over time. That's it. You have to observe them over time. And just to get a feel for like their real intentions, because people can only wear a mask and pretend for so long. But it will be somewhat of a draining experience because if they're with you because they want to be validated by you, once they get you, they may lose some degree of interest. Like I feel you, I'm somewhat of a public figure myself, so it's like I have to also balance that same thing as well, right? If you date within the domain where you're a public figure, you have incredible access. Incredible access. The most beautiful women to the point where they can't get any more beautiful. The most intelligent women, right? But you don't always know what their intentions are. And that is the trade-off. I promise you that not all those women within that domain have nefarious intentions, right? But you're going to only be able to tell the difference over time, right? Also, I would say it's best to date the women who also have their own thing going on as well. That would be like an additional part of vetting that I would look for. If they're too enthusiastic when it comes to dating you, that's a bad sign.
Okay.
You don't want too much enthusiasm. If they're very enthusiastic, then they're fangirling out. That's why celebrities don't date fans. What did Drake say? Because the Ever Beaver can be the collapse of a dam, right? Like, that's why celebrities don't date fans, man. Even if the fan is incredibly attractive, because women like Drake, they don't like Aubrey. If you get the analogy, right? Drake is the celebrity, right? Aubrey is who he really is. But they know Drake and they think Drake is who they're getting. They're really getting Aubrey, right? And they may just want Drake just for the experience of having Drake and said that they had Drake, but not because they actually want to be with Aubrey. And it's part of the problem of maximizing your pre-selection. It's something I'm interested you asked this question. It was some content I was going to make, but it's only a certain amount of men who can actually like resonate with what we're talking about here. Because most guys never get their stature up to that level to where they even have this type of experience. But that is going to be how you have to approach it. It's like, if you're telling me that you don't have the time to do anything else, the options are either still date the women that you're currently dating, just vet them harder, or accept that in this season, romantic connections are probably not within the cards for you.
Right, because it's not really that, because I could have like some free time, right? But like, I most of the time I just spend it with my family, you know, and like reviewing my craft, if you know what I mean.
I got you. Yeah, but the thing is, like, the business will be built, and when it is built, you build the systems to where like you're not so necessary, right?
Yes.
And then you create the space to go out and do other things. So yeah, I mean, those are really your two options. Either focus on just building right now and just cut off romantic connections in general. If you understand that this is only going to be for a season, right? So there's an end to the season. Or vet the women you're currently dating more aggressively. Those are your two options.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
No problem, brother. Follow up me, let me know how it's going, okay? And best of
Yeah,
luck to you.
I will.
All right,
Thank you very much. Bye.
Take care. Okay. That tall guy, what's going on?
Hello, how are you doing?
Great, man. How about yourself?
I'm alright.
Good.
So I'm going through some things I'm failing to understand. So perhaps you can be able to assist me.
Okay.
So the first thing is I'm quite a logic guy. Like, I'm very analytical, you know. I'm very like disciplined, I can say. So now I'm with this girl for three years plus now. So now the issue is I'm fading explaining the same things every time. You know what I mean? Like, we'll talk about some things, then we would agree it's okay. Those are the don'ts. Don't do those stuffs. But again, they'll come later in an argument or something. She'll be like, no, too much bounds. You know what I mean? And it's not like critical stuffs. It's just some trends. You know what I mean? She would want to do certain trends, and I think they're not very good. You're not serving our purpose. You know what I mean? So every time we have a misunderstanding, there'll be those type of comments, you know, bounds, or maybe she doesn't have much say. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you see it.
I'm kind of confused. Are you having an issue with boundaries?
I would say.
Okay.
So I think there are two things. Number one, the issue of boundaries. She hasn't really accepted to say, I don't want her to do certain things. So she will bring them up when we have a misunderstanding. Then another thing is, I'm trying to figure out ways at which I can avoid myself from over-explaining things, because it's throwing my time away from my startup.
Oh, what are you having to over-explain?
Well, for example, let's say she's hanging with certain friends, and these friends, they are introducing her into some bad habits.
Okay.
So me, I would just guide her to say, no, don't do certain things. Okay. So she would see the reason why she shouldn't do those things. But again, later on, when you have a misunderstanding, she'll come and say, no, you make me stop a lot of things, like as if she hasn't, you know, accepted to say these are wrongs, we can't do these things, they're hating our relationship, such.
Okay. Give me an example of what things she had to stop.
Well, when I found her, she never used to like go to these let's say clubs. You know what I mean? But now she has these crazy friends, like her circle, the entire circle, like they're just that wild. You got what I mean? But for me personally, I don't see her like a short-term thing. Like, so for the fact that we have discussed and she has seen those, like what comes out of those, because her friends, like they're always having some issues, like health issues, you know, those health related
Right.
infections and stuff. Yeah. So
Okay.
now, like I'm fading out. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I don't know.
So are you introducing her to other friends?
Introducing her to other friends.
Like potential friends, like other couples, things like that?
Not really.
Okay, couple of things, right? Because I think that you are attempting to lead the relationship, but it's a delicate balance because when you're attempting to lead, you can kind of overcorrect to the degree to where you become domineering and controlling, right? So I'm going to tell you how to correct this. First thing is, what you called out about the friends is very real. Okay? It's a very real observation. A lot of, if your woman goes out and makes single friends, they can have a negative influence on her, right? Because single women and single men, it's not even a gender thing, want their friend to also be single so they can do single shit together, right? It's an unwise thing. It's not morally wrong. It's just unwise. It's unwise for the relationship because it adds unnecessary friction and potential temptation, right? So your discernment is not off with that. It's the way that you're going about it is problematic, right? So there's a better approach. The first thing is lead socially. The same way that you lead in other ways, lead socially, right? So if you want your lady to have better quality women friends, then create the environment where she meets better quality women friends. Don't leave it up to her, right? If you're going out and leading socially and you're meeting other couples, introduce her to the couples, plan things together. Don't force a relationship between the two women, but like she might like Shorty. And if this woman is in a relationship or married, then she potentially is going to be a better influence, right? Because when y'all have problems in y'all relationship and then she wants to go talk to her friend, she may talk to the friend who is also in a committed relationship, who's probably going to advise her from the perspective of a woman who's in a committed relationship. So the advice may be more grounded and congruent with relational health, as opposed to, typically single women who want you to just like leave and be single with them, right?
Okay.
So that is one thing that you can employ. It's like, that's what leadership is. That's another way to lead. You lead socially. Don't just be like, oh, you do this. It's like, well, create the conditions to where doing that is easier, right?
Okay.
Second thing, it's like the equivalent of like you having children and you're in a bad neighborhood and then your child is making friends with like the bad kids. And you're like, don't make friends with kids like that. And it's like, well, those are the kids in the bad neighborhood. Okay, you know how you can control that? Move your family to a better neighborhood so that the kids are probably not as problematic because the parents are actually focusing energy on the kids. You get the analogy? So that's going to be part of leading. Second thing, you don't want to be controlling. You want her to have free will. Okay?
Okay.
You state what you want. You state the boundary. You let her know what you expect, but she doesn't have to do anything. That needs to be the vibe. You don't have to do anything. I would prefer you not to go to the club. I don't think it's good for the relationship. Always phrase it like that. Frame it like that. There's 3 entities within the relationship. There's you, there's her, and there's the relationship. The relationship is almost its own entity. So when you are having conversations like this, you come at it from the perspective of what's good for the relationship. Not what you personally like or dislike, but what's good for the relationship, you two as a unit. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
And you let her know your perspective on that. And then you let her do what she's going to do. Okay?
Okay.
When she does what she wants to do, there's consequences to behavior. If I tell you that going out to these clubs and being around all this alcohol and single people and men who want to hit on you, if I let you know I don't like that and it's not good for the relationship, and you still decide to do that, which you can, but I may now decide to not be in this connection anymore because it's not good for the relationship. So I'm making decisions that serve the relationship. I thought we were on the same page. You're not making decisions that serve the relationship. So now we're out of alignment. We're not compatible anymore because I'm not going to be the only person making decisions to serve the relationship when you're making decisions that actually undo the actions that I'm taking to serve the relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, very, very much.
So you're accomplishing the same goal, but you're accomplishing it in a more helpful way, in a more healthy way, in a practical way that's not like too therapeutic to where it don't even make sense anymore. But you're actually making, you do things like that. Can't nobody call you controlling. Can't nobody say anything negative about you. And some people will rise up to the occasion, and then other people will be given enough rope to hang themselves. But this is how you kind of expose the quality of the woman that you're with, is by not controlling her, just letting her know where you stand and allowing her to make a decision.
Awesome. Also, last one.
Yep.
Like when I met this lady, we're still at uni. How she's still in uni, me, I'm done. So now when we met, like I usually attract like attention, I would say naturally because of like my height and stuff. And the looks and stuff. And I got brains too. Not to brag, but yeah, such things they usually give me some unintentional attention. And oftentimes I'm usually in certain positions. So now she like that aura, you know what I mean? But now I'm done with uni. Okay, I'm done with uni. I'm building my startup and stuff. So now she somehow crave for that. She will speak of those moments, like me just being out there. Because right now, like I'm not like out there, you know what I mean? But I'm just building my startup, and I'm trying to see how best I can bring it forth before she finishes school, so that by the time she's done, at least we can be building together. But now she kind of wants the old me, you know what I mean? Like the public version of me. I don't know how I can communicate this.
She wants the old you? I'm confused. I think I missed from what the chat is saying. I missed something big. But what is the old you?
The old me is when we met, she used to see me get so much attention. But right now, like I can't afford to be out there, like going to events, you know, being in front of teams, leading and stuff. Like right now, I'm building my career, like my startup. I'm working on some few softwares. So now, she kind of wants the praised me, the public version of me. But right now, I'm not ready.
How do you know she wants that? What is she saying to you?
So she showed me some old pictures, like me being in front of the teams. You know, she would say, you know, this used to be cool and stuff. As if she want us to move around, to go to events, because some events they're usually events that come around. I'll be invited and stuff, but I'll turn them down. But her, she want us to be out there, and I don't have that time right now.
Okay. How do you spend time with her currently?
So she often comes where I work from. That's where we spend most of the time, I would say.
You spend most of the time where?
Where I work from.
Where you work from? Where do you work from?
Somewhere near my place. Like there's this mall where I do my IT services.
Okay.
Then sometimes she'd stay at my place maybe for a week and stuff.
Right. So you're not taking her out anywhere?
It's rare, I would say.
Say it again?
It's rare.
It's rare. Okay. Yeah, she's bored, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta. That's possibly why she's trying to go out to the club with her with single friends. She's just bored. When you were first describing it, I was like, okay, she's just wanting attention, like clout. It's possible, but I'm not sold on that yet. I think she was being stimulated by your lifestyle before. Right now, she's bored. And
but now how do I balance that, bro?
Maybe one day a week, man. Right? You take her out, y'all go do something. I know you're building a
Okay.
business, but you got an hour or two a week to devote to this. Right now, your relationship has to be on maintenance mode. If you're building a business is taking up that much of your energy, you got to put your relationship on maintenance mode. Understand the law of entropy. I think it's a physics concept, right? Things naturally want to go to a state of decay. Okay?
Oh yeah.
So like if you don't cut your lawn and you don't upkeep your house, like the plants and stuff will kind of eat away at the environments where you see like abandoned houses, like grass and shit inside. Everything in this reality is under the law of entropy. The only way which is decay, disorder, right? If you don't take care of your health, your body will decay on you, right?
Oh yeah, the red things less.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything in life is like that, including relationships. So, no more calls, mods. I gotta cut things off at 1:30 today. So, the only way to starve off that decay is to inject energy into the situation.
Oh yeah.
So right now, your relationship is decaying because you're not injecting energy into the relationship,
Okay.
right? So you need to inject enough energy into the relationship to keep it in maintenance. So you're not working on growing the relationship right now, but you need to inject enough energy into the relationship to starve off the decay, to prevent entropy from taking effect.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay?
yeah. I see.
So you're going to need to, the worst mistake you can make with women is boredom. We had that
Okay.
conversation on live yesterday. Like, you can't, boredom is the worst thing for them. They're not going to be bored for long. They're going to find a way to get that stimulation. Okay?
Okay.
So right now, just see what works for you. How much time can you dedicate to connecting with your lady and providing more of a stimulating experience so that you can be in maintenance mode. And then once you're out of this season of life, this busy season, then you can start, work on growing the relationship more. But right now you need to maintain it. And right now you're not maintaining it. It's actively decaying. Okay. So this is a priority to get to that maintenance level. All right.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem, man.
I'll stick around. I'll give you some feedback maybe some other time later.
Yeah, keep me posted on how things go, all right?
All right, cheers, bro. Thank you so
All right,
much.
G, you take care. Could have charged for that call. Jesus Christ. That was appreciate you, Hector. Buddy got a lot of good stuff in that call. That was almost like an actual coaching call. But to the fellas in the chat, when you get coached, that was the tip of the iceberg right there. When I coach my guys, we go really deep. At least he was listening. Yes. Hopefully y'all got some new info here. No more calls because I got a sales call at 2. But I'll kick it with y'all for another 28 minutes. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat though. That's your marketing. You think that lives don't really market for me that well, which is why I'm going to try to keep the noon lives active, but I have to put more energy into YouTube. So I'm going to test out the go live twice a day and make YouTube videos and make my short form content. But if I feel too overwhelmed with that, the first thing I have to cut is like these afternoon lives. So we're going to see. No promises though. But yeah, these lives don't do anything for my business for the most part. I just enjoy doing it. But they don't get me clients or anything. It's mostly women. It's nice to see men actually take the advice and sincerely try to apply it. Right. Sounds like you're in your busy season. Yeah, I'm in my growing season, bro. That's what, bro, I cut everything off. Like, I'm only business. That's why, people are like, why are you single? It's like, well, 1, the dating market sucks. But 2, I don't date like that because I'm focused on, I've sacrificed everything to grow this business. If I was Mitzi like I used to be, y'all wouldn't be seeing me on these lives. You certainly wouldn't be seeing me at nighttime. We're chilling to grow. What do you think? Hold on. What do you think if a guy wants to marry you and his mom didn't accept? Do you know the reason why his mom didn't accept? Let's start there. 'Cause sometimes moms be knowing. So what does she see in you, love? Tenacity, but what happened? What do you mean, Nadine? What the guys ask for pictures? I find it icky and don't know how to go about it. Yeah, I I wouldn't be mad at you if you just ended the connection once a guy starts asking for pictures, but a lot of them do. That's the mom from last night. The mom from last night was very interesting. That was an interesting experience for sure. Them coming. Yeah, Nadine, once I dominate on YouTube, I'm really good at talking. So I want to dominate any platform that is focused on talking. And YouTube needs to be my primary platform. It has to be. I've been good, Cass. How about yourself, love? Places to meet quality men in 30s. Everywhere. I always say there's no such thing as a good man convention. So there's no one place I can point you to. It's more so you have to have the discernment to recognize it when you see it. You're a good coach to keep up the good work. I appreciate you, love. Yeah, we're trying to get better. I think I've gotten really good at the coaching aspect and understanding these dynamics. Now it's more so like really doubling down on the marketing. But there will come a time where I may have to cut these lives entirely. Once I get to that place where I'm just too busy, the lives in general may have to go. But until then, we'll keep it rocking. We've been on, hold on. We've been on 1 date in 7 weeks, but he's dating to marry, confusing me, but he worked 7 days. Went on 1 date in 7 weeks? You gotta cut that, love. I thought you said 7 days at first. 7 weeks is crazy. You should stream your dating advice on Twitch. I might test it. I stream on YouTube.